Hi, this is Glenn Tomlinson, and today I'm going to share with you one of my hobbies. We're going to do a little bit of barbecue, and what I have today is a 4-pound Porterhouse, and we're going to do what's called a reverse sear. We're going to put it on a smoker at a low temperature, about 225 degrees Fahrenheit. We're going to cook it for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. Monitor the temperature as we go. When the meat hits about 115 degrees Fahrenheit, we're going to pull it off, and then I'm going to have another grill ready to go at a very high temperature to do a sear on it, get those nice grill marks on it, and then we'll let it rest for about 20 to 30 minutes as the meat comes up to temperature, and we'll get a nice medium rare out of it. To start, what I like to do is I'll take the meat out of the fridge, and typically an hour before I get it on, to let the meat come up to temperature a little bit, and then just some basic prep work goes into it. I use just a standard virgin olive oil. I make a rub. We're almost out, but it'll be enough for this. I make a rub myself. It's usually equal parts salt and pepper, a little bit of garlic, some cumin, and I think I put some paprika and a tiny bit of sugar in this one as well. I've got the meat all seasoned up. It's inside. We're just letting that marinate for a little bit. In the meantime, we're going to get the smoker set up. This is a Weber Smoky Mountain, and for smoking projects, I like to cook with lump charcoal. I find the flavors to be better, and also by using the larger pieces that come in a bag like this, I find I get better temperature management. The temperature stays lower, more consistent for longer. So when I go through the bag, I'm going to find the biggest pieces I can. I use what's called a chimney starter. So I'll put a little bit of coal in here to get the fire started, and then I pour this lit coal on top of these, and we're off to the races. So while I'm getting this set up to light, what I'm going to use for this one now is I'm going to try to pick the smaller pieces. The smaller pieces, they light quickly and they burn hot and fast. So it's going to be great to light the larger pieces with it. So while we're waiting for these coals to get lit, I'm going to go fill this water tray with some hot water. This is going to help keep the moisture high inside the smoker while we're cooking the food, and also acts as a drip pan and stop any kind of flare-ups. Okay, so we have our coals. They're nice and lit. They've got the amber all around them. We're going to take these off the lighter here and stick them in the smoker. Now what we'll do is we'll start putting the smoker back together. Next tray goes on top. Now, what I use this, we call it a pit thermometer or pit temperature gauge, whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to put this in the grill, like so. And this probe is going to tell me exactly how hot the smoker is inside. So our target temperature here is 225 degrees Fahrenheit, and that's kind of the sweet spot for these smokers. It just loves to sit at that temperature. So the beauty with this is it's wireless. So what we have is our 4-pound Porterhouse. It's got a strip on one side and the tenderloin on the other. I'm going to put this right in the middle of the meat so I get a real accurate reading of where the temperature's at. So what we're going to add for some flavor here is this is a chunk of red oak, and we're going to put this on the coals just before the meat goes in. Once we start getting some smoke coming off of it, we'll fire the meat on the grill. Meat's on there. It's going to take about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, depending on how quick it comes up to temperature. What we'll do is we'll just sit back and pay attention to the meat thermometer and let you know when it's done. Okay, so we've got the Porterhouse up to 115 degrees Fahrenheit. We're all finished with the smoker. So what I'm going to do is pull it off of here, get it on the tray, and take it over to our preheated grill that's set at about 600 degrees to finish this off. Okay, so we've pulled the Porterhouse off the grill. We got a little bit of a flare up, so we've got a little bit of charring on there. It'll still turn out great, a little bit of extra flavor. But what we're going to do is we're going to monitor this temperature while it sits. We're keeping the probe in. Right now it's crept up to 120. We're going to cover this, and we want it to go up to between 125 and 130 for our medium rare that we really want to see here.